going on, guys? Before we get into today's video, a few things. We are going for 10,000 subscribers, so if you guys are not subscribed yet, please drop one below. That would be very appreciated. As well, if you guys want my texture pack or mods, you can find any of those in my Discord. There's a link in the description below. And without further ado, I won't keep you guys here any longer. Let's get into today's video. Alrighty, we're back on here on Skyblock. This is like very interesting. It's April Fool's, obviously. I have a white level prefix, which is awesome, but I believe there is something to do here. I don't know if this even gives you any Skyblock XP or anything. I'm gonna try to figure it out. A suspicious red gift. I don't know what that is. And then obviously, yeah, there's all this with the mods and stuff. It's absolutely horrible. I guess I'm gonna open this gift with somebody. Oh my lord, this is horrible. All right, let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through all this stuff. I don't think it gives you any Skyblock XP, but I'm gonna look at all this stuff and just go through it, I suppose. I don't think it's gonna be really anything. Alrighty, so there is not much with that update. There's just like a memento and stuff, which I grabbed. But we do have this gemstone armor or equipment from last time that we have to grab. So we're gonna start trying to get as much XP as we can. I want to get 460. That is gonna be like really my goal over the next few days. 460 is where we want to be. This is an armor set though, so let us donate that. That is 5 XP right there. And we're going to get into some other things. Might max Broodmother, but I might play some dungeons too. I'm not sure. I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm going to figure it out right now. So I just did a bunch of M4 runs. We will probably do more tomorrow because I'm close to this collection. So I think we'll obviously probably get this next collection tomorrow because it is only 26 more runs, I think. But I'm going to go through and open all these for profit, except the ones that are like 200k. I'm not going to open those ones. Like that one, I'm not going to open. I got a lot of spirit swords and bows, I think, but we got a lot of bones in here too, and a lot of recons, which is nice. No stars though, which kind of sucks, but if we get a star anytime soon, which we definitely will, I'm not going to take that one for 300k. It's just not worth my time selling that on the auction house, unless I get a free one from a collection, obviously. Not going to get that one, but we should make a little bit of money off of this, and then I'm going to go get into something else for the time being. I might come back if Party Finder is a little bit better. Right now it is just not good at all, so I'm gonna go do something else for the time being, but then we might come back to this. Obviously this SkyTails thing is so annoying, but we're gonna have to deal with that for the time being as well. I know you can turn it off. I probably will figure out how to do that actually before I go eat some food, and so that is just not annoying me. But that was a little bit of profit there. We need to get a star soon, so maybe we will play some more later today. I don't know, we'll figure that out. Alrighty, so we are over here in some M4. We are about, this is actually our last run until we get, I think it's 250 out of 250 out of 250, 250 out of 1,000 comps. So it's a free recom. I did check that much, which is very, very nice. So we will definitely take a free recom. But this is a decent party. These are actually some of the same people I was playing with yesterday. 2 of the same people that I was playing with yesterday. So that is kind of cool. The mage and the tank I was playing with yesterday, so that's pretty nice. I am playing on archer again. I kind of learned a little bit better how to play archer, and I'm 4 at least. I learned how to play a lot better, not overkilling and stuff on the boss fight. Obviously, you can overkill for the spirit whatever mobs. I didn't really realize that there's a bar that obviously once that bar gets to full, the spirit bear spawns. So if you spawn a spirit bear and you continue killing, you're kind of just wasting mobs. So you want to spawn the spirit bear once that bar is full, then you stop killing mobs obviously until the bow drops, and then once the bow drops, the bar resets, so you can obviously start killing again after the bow drops. That is kind of how it works, if you guys were wondering. For M4, I don't know if anybody plays M4, but obviously nobody really does play M4, given the Party Finder is always dead, but it is fine. Some people need to play M4 sometimes. It's kind of what it is. There's usually like 10 people that just randomly need to do M4, and then you got to find a party off of that. So it's pretty bad, but it is pretty nice because pretty much any role other than tank, or not tank, sorry, any role other than mage is pretty easy. You don't need anything. I mean, healer, you need tribal spear. As you can see, this guy's also not getting that. Okay, now I got the stun. Nice. And I don't know why our mage was AFK there. I don't know. Last run, I don't really care. Still didn't matter. Tank was able to kill the the spirit bear pretty quick there. I think he was meleeing it too. I don't know how he did that, but it is whatever. And then, yeah, as you can see, once that bar fills up, well, I kind of didn't do it there, but once that bar fills up, I stop killing, and it allows you to get the spirit bear to spawn in way faster. So, yeah, the spirit bear spawned in pretty much instantly there after the bow drop. So, you'll see the bow drop here, and this will be a pretty much instant one because there's a lot of mobs here. And, yeah, there's the spirit bear again. So, it makes the runs much faster when you do it like that, when you actually time the mobs and stuff. So I highly recommend that if you're playing Archer for sure. I don't know what's going on with our mage's damage here either. I don't think he mana dumped. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that makes the runs way faster. Makes the boss fight way faster at least. Obviously, you still got to have a good clear, but actually we need one more bow here. He must have missed one. Or we just were mistimed. I miscleared. Actually, I didn't kill the ones under here either. That'll help. They stack up under there, so sometimes you can go over there and kill all those for like a free spirit bear, obviously. But that is going to be it for these runs, so let me say that and let me leave that, and then we are going to go to the boss collection real quick. We are going to claim this 25 Skyblock XP and this recom, obviously, boom, but we want the XP more importantly. And then we do have a second master star in here, which I'm going to grab that, and we will sell that as well. And then I'm going to go through all the rest of the chests and sell off that stuff, and then we will figure something else out to do, because that was some good dungeons for today. Alrighty, I am one dumpster diver away from max here. I am kind of degenning and using Fire Veil, but there's so many people in this lobby fishing, and there's no frozen blazes, so I decided I'm going to use it. And it is so nice for Beastiary, so we need one more dumpster diver here. I've maxed out a lot of Beastiaries, though. I maxed out Squid. I maxed out... What else did I max out? I gotta think here. I might have to just look, honestly. I maxed out Sea Leech. I know that one. So I maxed out a decent amount of just, like, normal Beastiaries too, which is pretty nice. And the reason I am doing this is there's a maintenance on April 9th, I believe, and I'm not 100% sure. I actually don't know if they dropped like patch notes or anything about the update, but I mean, it could be a new fishing island maybe, so I want to have this Beastiary max just in case. It is a new fishing island, but there is Dumpster Diver 15. So I do have class soon, so I'm probably going to get off for the time being. I will see what Beastiaries we maxed though. I know we maxed a decent amount, maybe not any in here. We've had Trash Gobbler maxed. I know we did Dumpster Diver. I think we did a few normal ones though. Let's see, we did... I've had most of these maxed, honestly. I think it was really just Sea Leech, Squid. We've gotten a lot of Snapping Turtles too. We're close to that one. And Rider of the Deep, we're also close to getting maxed out, which is very nice. Alrighty, so I think we're going to get a little bit of XP right now because our purse is a little bit high, and I don't really want to spend any money until Diaz comes in, because once Diaz is here, I'm going to buy a stock of stonks and we're going to upgrade some of our talisman. But this is an item that I have needed for a long time. It is the Enchanted Clock, so I just bought one for 70 mil. That was the lowest bid, and it was actually cheaper to just buy it rather than making it. And we can use this. I don't actually know how this works, so you can use it for all this. We can warp time for that, which is pretty cool. And then, wait, can we do it for every single thing? Like, can I do it for minions too? Oh, that's kind of cool. I did not know you could do it for every kind of thing. That is actually really cool. So I'm going to throw this in the museum and then take it out, because that's actually like a very good item. I didn't know that's how it is used, but that is 7 XP right there. So that is actually very nice. And I think we're going to go get into some other stuff. I want to try to get this level right now, though, because we are 34 XP away. So very, very possible that we get that, because we've gotten a lot of XP today. Okay, so I think one thing I want to do is, I've been missing this for a while, but I need to buy a tier boost core, which is going to be a little bit expensive, but I am going to buy one. I was killing a few endstone protectors. I got a few Beastiaries. We got like 3 more XP, which is pretty nice. I might go back there and start grinding some more, but we should be able to craft this. I think I have the amount of whatever iron that I need. Yeah, okay, I have 2 more than I need. So boom, we'll craft the tier boost, and now we can throw this onto... Where is it? I'm going to have to find this thing. We're going to throw this on the Rift Ferret, because this makes the Rift Ferret a legendary pet. So this will give us a decent amount of XP here. I think we have to probably pull it out and put it back in to get that. Let me pull it out here. Boom. And put it back in. I don't know why it didn't give me XP. That's a little bit interesting, but it should have. I think it's actually only for pet score. So once we get that to level 100, we can get to 500 pet score eventually, because that is the one thing I need. But that is fine. We did need to do that either way. So it didn't give us any immediate XP, but we did need to give our Rift Ferret a tier boost core. So I will definitely still be fine with that, even though it didn't give us any XP. But we'll figure out a way that we can get some more XP right now and get this next level for sure. But that is just something I needed to do. Alrighty, so I am about to rinse 30k copper on these Composter upgrades. I think we're going to do we're going to use all of these, all of these, I don't even know. I can't speak. All these polished pumpkins. So we're going to do this one, which is 4 XP, boom. So now we need enchanted baked potatoes, which we should actually have. I'm just going to use the ones we have. I don't really care. I'd rather just use the ones we have. They should just come straight out of the sack, actually, I believe. Let me see here. Let me grab 6 more fermentos. Boom. And let me see. Okay, yeah, they do. And, okay, now it's 12 fermentos. Let's grab that. Boom. Where is this? Boom. I don't know how much the next upgrade is, but... Okay, boom. So now it has 4 condensed fermentos. So this is actually getting pretty expensive here. And obviously the copper is getting pretty expensive as well, but that is fine. I'm not worried about the fermentos costing that much. It was 6 condensed, I think. Wasn't it? Something like that. Might have been less than that. 4 condensed. Okay, well, we got more for the next one. So we need 5 more for this one. 5 more condensed. Because we already have 2. So let's grab 5 more. Boom. Okay. And this one. Boom. And now I think this might be the last upgrade we have to do. So 14 condensed fermento. That is kind of insane, actually, but we're going to do this. Actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. Let's just do something cheaper, because that is like 57 million. Let me see. Is there anything that we're going to have? I don't think we'll have enough brown mushroom blocks for that. How much XP do we need? We need 7. Or we need 3, sorry. So I think we're just going to do this squash and enchanted golden carrots, because we should have the squash already. So let me just grab 128 of these, which is like 10 mil. Boom. And yeah, boom. Okay, so that was 4 Skyblock XP. And there is the next level right there. 454. Very nice. We're not going to use all that copper. We're just going to do what we needed for that. But that was a ton of upgrades right there. I think this is the last upgrade for this multi-drop too, because we ran out of pumpkins. So it should be the last upgrade for that, which is very hype right there. Alrighty, as you can see here, we have some items in the inventory. We are going to get these Inferno minions fueled back up, because we need to get the chili pepper collection. And also, we could have a chance at some money. So I'm going to get the next tier to these. Can I not quick upgrade these? I don't think I can. I think I have to pick all these up and do it manually. After I already placed on all these tier 2s, but I have a bunch of tier 2s in here that I'm going to upgrade to tier 3. Actually, now that I think of it, I might need more molten powder. Let me see here. Let me see. We're gonna go Inferno minion 3. I think I'm gonna need more molten powder. Yeah, I am. Okay, we're gonna need 8 more molten powder, and that might mean I think I might have miscalculated for the fuels. I don't know. We'll see here in a second. But let's craft this other tier 3. Boom. So that is all tier 3s here now, and then we have a few tier 4s. We have 4 tier 4s, so I want to try to get all these to tier 4s before we start upgrading some to tier 5. But let us place all these back down. I gotta go put compactors in them as well. And then actually, let me just craft this fuel, and then we will I'll put all the other stuff in there whatever on my own time, but I just want to make sure that this is going to be right. Hold on, let me recalculate here. So we have 2. Okay, this should be right with the fuels. Let me actually just throw these back in now, and then we'll just fuel them while we throw back in the compactors. And then obviously we got to throw in an eye drop as well. I forgot, where do we even place this? Okay, I'm stupid. So this doesn't go in there. I forgot we just have to right click it with that. So we have to put the fuel in here, and then that, and then we have to just right click them with the eye drops. That is how you do it. So we got to put in compactor, fuel, put that in the wrong slot, fuel, boom. Fuel, compactor, eye drops, fuel, compactor, eye drops, fuel, compactor. We're just going to do this for all of these. Might speed this up, but once we get all of these in, obviously they will be producing. I do have a little bit of gobble in there still that I probably should grab out and sell before these start, so we can get a good, a good rendition of what we're going to make here. And actually, some of that goes into my sack, so I'll probably instacraft that as well. I need to kill these things because that is very annoying. But yeah, we'll sell off this crude gabagool, and then obviously we will look at those tomorrow at some point. But I do think that is unfortunately going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, drop a sub, and as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.